Hey villagers, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Today I'm coming to you with a mommy 6-month postpartum update. Usually I talk about Noah and his development, but today is going to be all about mother. And I'm going to be talking about all the things that I've been going through and experiencing the past 6 months. So here we go.
Mom's life unscripted, family fun and laughs. Come witness. Yeah. April's life has changed so much. See what it's like with a new mom touch. It's okay if you don't have a clue. Join the club, cause it's new to us too. Yeah. It's a mom's life unscripted, hey.
Alright, so I figured it wasn't necessary to do like a 3-month update. A 6-month I thought was like a good halfway mark. Usually they say that it takes about 18 months for you to really heal. So I'm in like the first third half of my recovery. So I figured I would just go through everything that I've been going through. I know I've mentioned it here and there regarding the whole postpartum journey, at least that I've been going through, but I'm going to be going a little bit more in detail into my journey during this time of postpartumism. So I'm just gonna list out a few things that were more, I think, extreme. And so my goal has always been to just help women and mommies who are going through postpartum. Just know that you're not alone in any of this, all right? So I would say one of the first things that I've had to adjust in my postpartum is my new body. No one really tells you that the way you snap back is not the way that you see a lot of women snap back. I'm fortunate, you know, I'm pretty close to my pre-pregnancy weight. I've been working on doing a lot of toning, but I definitely thought that I would be just a little bit closer to my pre-pregnancy weight 6 months out, but I am not. I would say a lot of that had to do with the fact that I gave birth in January, and then a few weeks like right after, I wasn't really medically cleared to do anything until I was about 14 weeks, partly because of the Rona. And also too, that's just when my body was like, you're finally healed. So 14 weeks is about 3.5 months. So I wasn't able to do like exercising like the 6 to 8 week mark. I had to wait a few more weeks after that. So I think that's what played a slight role in me being able to get back down a lot closer to my pre-pregnancy weight. I also think that just because of COVID, gyms aren't open. I live in the northeast part of the US. It's cold as crap between like January and mid-May. So I wasn't really able to go outside that much, and because of COVID, you know, you had to kind of be in the house. So where am I going? Who's gonna watch Noah? Noah's a winter baby, so you can't really have him out in these streets. I didn't get a flu shot when I was pregnant. Girl. So that's one of the things I definitely say that I wouldn't say struggling with, that I've had to come to Jesus with. I'm a lot further along than a lot of women are at 6 months, so I'm grateful, but I do know there's a lot more work to do, and I'm working very, very hard to make more lifestyle changes as opposed to like diet temporary changes, because I want to make sure that by the time I reach the 18-month mark and I'm fully like done with baby number 1, that I'm in a good position in the event we decide to have another baby, because that's TBD. Obviously, the next thing that I had to adjust to is my skin. My skin is a lot different. I have acne-prone skin in general, but I would definitely say that after giving birth to Noah, my skin is like completely out of control. I was on birth control, and birth control did wonders for me. I am back on birth control, so I'm hoping that we'll just have to see what this birth control, like post-baby, will do. I always was on birth control for like my acne, and I had really heavy periods. I still do have really heavy periods, but I've always been like regular, so I have like a normal period. I'm not like I don't have irregular periods. I'm pretty much normal every month. So I wasn't taking the pill to regulate my cycle. It was mainly just for acne, and to try to decrease the flow of my period. But so far, I don't know about that, sis. It's pretty much been the same. So I'm hoping that after I'm a little bit further along in the whole birth control thing, that my periods will start to taper off, and we will see. I would say that the next thing that, you know, has changed is my teeth. So I have braces, and I have a permanent retainer at the bottom, and I wear a removable retainer at night. I would say that I'll probably have to go get the top retainer tightened and the bottom one checked, just to make sure. I do know when you're pregnant, your teeth, like everything in your body, loosens up in your 3rd trimester to prepare you for baby. So I do notice that my teeth have done a little bit of shifting, so I just want to get that checked out. Also, my fingers, they got a little bigger, so I had to get my wedding ring and engagement ring adjusted. After I was about maybe like 4 months pregnant, I could not wear my ring, and I haven't been able to wear my ring since I gave birth because my fingers got a little bigger. So because of, you know, Rona, I had to wait until, I would say, the last couple of weeks to get it adjusted. So that's what we're in the process of doing. I would say the next thing is regarding my recovery. I mentioned it took me about 14 weeks to finally like stop bleeding, and I would say it took me 14 weeks because it was just me, and then you have to quarantine, and I couldn't get any help. So imagine trying to change your baby's diaper, you're trying to heal, your baby's kicking you, you have to like get up and down. And my husband works the type of job where he's not here a lot throughout the day, so it was just me and Noah and Cooper all the time. So I think that also led me to bleeding a little bit longer, because I didn't have like an extra pair of hands throughout the week to help me. But I would say that I think that's another reason why it's taking me a little bit longer to drop more of the baby weight, because you would think like with all the running around that I was doing that I was able to like you know, get the weight down more, but that's not the case. I would say that I started pumping, expressing breast milk, and then I found out that Noah had a milk protein allergy. So about 1 month into my postpartum, I had to completely stop expressing, because whatever I was consuming, which wasn't really bad, I actually changed my diet to make sure that I could express breast milk to him. He couldn't drink it, so after that I just, you know, went back to the rivers and the food that I was used to. Because, you know, when you're expressing, you can't eat certain foods like sushi, like all that other stuff you can't really eat. So after I was able to stop expressing breast milk, I was able to go back to doing that. that was kind of like, I was kind of sad because it first took me 5 days after I gave birth for my breast milk to start coming in. And then 25 days later, they're like, oh no, sis, you have to either pretty much become like a vegan or your baby's gonna have to go in the formula. And it was fine because at least for me, it was becoming too stressful. I wasn't waking up at the time that I needed to wake to pump anyway because I was just so tired. No one tells you how tired you are going to be after you give birth. Like after the adrenaline of having birth wears off, you are exhausted, and that exhaustion never goes away. And I'm 6.5 months postpartum, okay? So once you have a baby, you will stay exhausted, sis. So get ready. I would say that my vision did not change. It actually improved. Shout out to Noah. So I went, because what happens is when you're pregnant, they like you to go, well, at least my doctors wanted me to go and get my eyes checked and all, you know, make sure everything is, you know, the way it was. So I was able to go get my eyes checked and all that, and it didn't change during pregnancy. After pregnancy, it got a little better, so I was able to get some brand new pair of glasses. Hopefully I'll be able to wear my new pair of glasses. I have to go. It's been like a back and forth thing because I had gotten a frame and then they were cutting the glasses and it wasn't working. Because the glasses that I have now leave a lot of pressure on my face because they're just so top heavy. So the new pair of glasses that I have are a lot lighter, which I think will also help with my eye strain that I get. So we will see about that. Stretch marks. I did get stretch marks like on the hips. I didn't get too much on the stomach. I got a couple on my navel, but I was really spared because I used that body butter by Dr. Palmer's. I love that. I still use it on my breasts and as well as my stomach. Because as things continue to contract back down, loose skin, you know. So I've been using that ever since I was about 11 weeks pregnant. I love it. I will probably continue to use it until after I'm really done with the children. I think the last major thing that has happened during the last 6 months is just, you know, my levels of anxiety. I think that now that I'm a parent, my anxiety has gone up a notch. I would say that postpartum anxiety is really real. It's a real thing. And, you know, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I had to be isolated with Noah. Even now, like it's just mainly me and Noah. So when he leaves or when someone has to do something, like I become this extremely aggressive person because it's like, bruh, what are you doing with my baby? You know, and I'm working on it. You know, the Lord knows my intentions, but I think every parent or any mom, or even when you're pregnant, you have like this overwhelming sense of like anxiousness because you want to make sure your baby's alright. You don't want to have to cut a bitch, and you just want to do what's best for your baby. And I think that's where a lot of it comes from. You know, out of my like group of friends and family, I'm the first one to have a baby, so I'm just learning as I'm going, and I'm doing the best that I can. You don't need to read no books on parenthood because your baby is probably not going to do anything that's in that book. I have found that talking to other moms and the blog that I have has been really, really helpful as far as like releasing a lot of those feelings. So it's been a great outlet for me, and I will probably always continue to blog now that I'm someone's mom, which I still can't believe, child. But it definitely has been therapeutic to kind of talk about like some of the things that made me anxious and things like that on the blog, just to other women and just moms in general. So that's pretty much my 6-month postpartum update. Everything else is fine. I'm healthy, but those were like the main things that were like the highlights for the past 6 months. So thank you so much for tuning in to this video. Thumbs up, share, like, comment, and subscribe. Join the village. I would love to have you a part of my tribe. Please, please, please share your experiences in the comments below. I would love to talk about what other mommies are going through. If your baby is the class of 2020 Rona, let's discuss this. If you're a pregnant mommy and your baby will be born in 2020, you're part of the class too, so you might as well just scoot your chair over. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Be blessed. Be safe. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. And just, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Bye.